Well, I'm on a dusty street in the middle of nowhere, waiting for Bob to do some sorting out with Abba. We didn't have time for breakfast, we had to rush out this morning for something, and this is just a typical dusty street. I don't want to film in anybody's faces, like, you know, a bit of a wood yard, everyone's making gates, you name it. You can see the sand build up on the street. This is how it goes. There's all sorts of things you'll find knocking around here, like bags of charcoal, because they all use the little burners, and they put 3 or 4, 5 pieces of charcoal on the little homemade burners, which of course is a little cottage industry in itself. And then they're basically just this is a bag of charcoal on the streets, and there's quite a few of them. There's usually someone either sitting here with a 3-legged store selling them, and there you go. So I'm passing a little place that sells lots of bits and pieces, printing, photocopying, battery chargers. There's little places everywhere. Literally, like as it says, over there is gates. So everything is in a compound here. Everything pretty much has a compound. So it's, when you buy your house, it's a compound. You build a compound, and then you put your house up, and battery charging, and you've got to have your eyes up your arse, I'm telling you now, because at the end of the day, it's so easy to get run over. There's cars that come out of everywhere. Most of the roads, as you can see, are just pretty much like this, just dirt tracks, with occasional infill of rubbish. I did walk past the ones who are making these gates, and they've been grinding away for some time. As you can see, everything goes on literally on the street, and so there you go. I don't know what's going on yet. I'm still waiting for Bob to sort himself out, but that's about it really. Anyway, I'll catch you all in a bit. Evidently you can get new bikes imported here, and these are putting them together. I've no idea what they are. So, as you say, basically self-build bikes. So evidently imported, whatever, repairs, you name it. Hi there.
Fine, and you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Why you make?
Right. This is the compound we're in. Oops, I'm zooming in by mistake, that's Bob. And we have our own entrance door, etc. There's me in the mirror. And yes, it is still very warm. It's in the 30s. This is the flat. We just had breakfast. It's a bit of a hot toddy at the moment. There's a big TV which Abba tends to come in and put on, which I don't watch TV. We just had another cup of tea. The shoes are all parked in the line because it's a Muslim country, and we do take our shoes off if we come in, as you can see, pointing down gently. There you go. This is the kitchen area. As you say, I just cooked some bacon and bacon cobs. My diet's gone to pot because there's not a lot to have around here meat wise to get hold of, so it's filling with bread and my stomach's a bit sort of like bloaty, but it was bloaty anyway, but not too bad. That's Bob's bedroom. There you go, it's just a normal bedroom, oops, that's my bedroom. I have a ceiling fan. Windows always open with the net curtain. sorry, and also the fly screen. This is the bathroom, normal toilet as we call it, and sorry if I'm moving a bit too fast there, and a shower, and there is a hot water boiler, and I can assure you we don't use hot water, we just have cold showers because it's so bloody warm. We've had power cuts over the last few days. One of them lasted a good 10 hours or more, which is a bit frustrating, but it's not too bad. Anyway, so I'll catch you all in a bit and I'll just do a follow-up. Cheers. Right, morning all. It's Sunday. I have no idea what Sunday date is, but it's Sunday 21st and it's about 11 o'clock Gambian time. Well, another few days, and it is the right date, not like the other day when it was Thursday, but now it was Friday. Anyway, so far I haven't done a lot of shall we say sightseeing, simply because Bob's had to do some various business and running around, and I'm not filming that because that's his business, etc. And I've done a little bit of filming, but not much of the restaurants, etc. But just this is my general thoughts of Gambia again. And I've said before, you know, if you use the taxis and all the bits and pieces, be very, very careful, as in, you know, safety-wise, not physically safety, the wheels fall off the wagon, etc. But here, you see, as far as I'm aware of, there's no such thing as an MOT. Most people don't even have a driving licence; they just drive. Any piece of, you know, scrap car, whatever, they'll put on the road. I've seen them with literally no lights, one light, no indicator, nothing, you know, I mean, even lorries. So you really do have to be a bit cautious. And yet, I don't know how it works, but it does work, because there's no traffic lights. There's a roundabout, you sometimes get police on the roundabouts. There's police checkpoints, and we go through them regular on the main road. And they're basically supposed to check for various things that, you know, naughty people, but they don't tend to stop anybody. They don't ask for your driving licence once so far, and once you've got known, etc., then there you go. The green ones are more tourist taxi, the vehicles, and the yellow ones, which we see a lot of, are what the locals use, and they're very, very, very cheap. I mean, literally, you know, very cheap. So, feeling so far, it's lovely and warm. Yesterday was another hot day, you know, 30s plus, you know, I mean, I haven't got a thermometer, but I can assure you it was high 30s. Walked along the street, done a little bit of filming, not much. I haven't gone into any wildlife areas at the moment, or there isn't many in Gambia. There is a monkey reserve. I would like to go to Banjul soon, and we're hoping to do that next week. Look at the arch, that would be nice, and look at the ferry ports, etc. I'm more involved or more interested in Gambia as what you see. So we're off the beaten track here a little bit, but lovely place, and Abba, yeah, as you say, runs us around, so it's not a problem. And it is literally, we're doing 20 minutes to half an hour to take us into Senegambia, which is the local tourist area. So once you get to Senegambia, you're pretty much sorted. Sorry, my battery's flashing to say it's going to go off in a minute, so I'll just charge this up. But everything is fine. Absolutely love the place, I really do. So friendly, the people. I walked up and down the shop fronts yesterday while Bob was doing some business, and I just stopped and asked people, you don't feel threatened or out of place, and all the children are always hello. So really, really impressed so far. But as I say, you've got to look past the rubbish. You have. There is no buses here, it's all taxis. Doesn't seem to be any refuse collection, you know, so everything, nobody has any idea. They just eat, drink and just drop it on the floor. That's the only fault, that's the only thing I can say is wrong. But they haven't got a system in place, because that costs money and they haven't got a lot of money. Anyway, that's not a criticism, it's just an observation, you know. The people in general, lovely. Met some lovely people. I'll say no more about that. Anyway, I'll charge this up and I'll catch you all again soon. Hopefully, I'll try and get a little bit more footage of some of the wildlife out here. The birds are fantastic, you know, there's so many colourful birds. And the weaver birds keep pecking on the window to get in, see the shadows. As you can see, I've took a few pictures of some of the birds. But, as you say, it is literally sorting out business that Bob's doing first before we go anywhere else. So there you go. But other than that, I have no complaints. Just a bit. I've had a little bit of banjo belly, you know, for a couple of days. So that's been a little bit awkward, you know. Yeah, I bought the Imodium and I'm trying to hold that sort of thing together. But there you go. That's probably my fault of eating or not drunk. I don't drink enough as well. You'd be surprised in how much you can dehydrate. I mean, you don't realise. You think, oh, I'll drink water. But when you know you don't go to the toilet for a wee, literally, and you're drinking so much and you're not going for a wee, it's telling you something. You're not drinking enough. So there you go. First rule of thumb here is drinking. So anyway, catch you all again soon. Hopefully this is some interest for some people. Might be able to give you a bit more information about this place when I find out, and I'll get you information to you. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching if you have watched, and I'll catch you all again soon. Cheers. Right, we're coming up to the fish drying and smoking place, and if I could put it on smelly vision for you, I would. But you can see the smoke in the distance, hopefully. And but I tell you, the smell of fish is very overwhelming, and there's lots of traffic on the side there. Hopefully you can see some of it, and lots of use of the horn. Abba's an expert at the horn, aren't you, Abba? Yes. Yes. So, and it gets very busy, as you can see. And Sunday was even like worse. It was tremendously busy. So, just seeing the sides there. I'm only showing you this side. If you look onto the other side, it's exactly the same. It's when all the fish is brought in and dried. But extremely busy with people everywhere. So I guess I must have a little look around here one day. And there's a big lorry coming in. I don't know what he's got on there. Bloody hell, he's got some sacks on there, isn't he? Anyway, so we'll get clearing that now and heading into town. Coming into a slightly busier part, and we're heading towards Gambia, and I'm only filming this road section. We're going to the supermarket, and I'm gonna. There you go. Supermarket.